Hi. Japan has the longest lifespan on Earth, 84 years average. And they're not just living longer, they're moving better. An 80-year-old in Japan can sit on the floor and stand up without using their hands. Most Americans can't do that at 50. What the heck are they doing that we're not? Turns out, it's not genetics. It's specific movements they do daily after 40. Small, intentional habits that keep their bodies functional for decades. In 8 minutes, I'm breaking down every single one. Movement number 1, floor sitting. First, they sit on the floor every single day. Not in chairs, on the floor. This sounds trivial. It's not. When you sit on the floor, you're forced to use your hip flexors, glutes, and core just to maintain position. Sitting in a chair, your muscles turn off. But here's the real benefit. Getting up and down from the floor is a full body movement. You need hip mobility, knee stability, ankle flexibility, and core strength. It's a functional fitness test disguised as daily life. There's a study called the sitting rising test. You sit on the floor and stand up without using your hands. You get scored out of 10. People who score low have significantly higher mortality rates, not because the test causes death, because it reveals whether your body still works. Japanese elders do this 10 to 20 times per day naturally. They sit to eat, to fold laundry, to watch TV. Americans do it 0 times. We've outsourced all ground-level movement to furniture. If you can't get off the floor without help, your body is deteriorating faster than it should. Start practicing. Sit down, stand up. No hands. That's the standard. Movement number 2, squatting. Japanese elders squat. Deep ass-to-grass squats. Not for exercise, for life. Traditional Japanese toilets are squat toilets. Gardens are tended from a squat position. Picking things up? Squat. This keeps their hips, knees, and ankles mobile for decades. In the West, we avoid squatting after 40. Bad for the knees, they say. Completely backward. Squatting is natural. Sitting in chairs for 12 hours a day is what destroys your knees. Here's the mechanism. When you squat deeply, you maintain full range of motion in your hip and ankle joints. Use it or lose it. If you stop squatting at 40, by 60, your joints are locked up. You can't squat even if you wanted to. But there's more. Squatting activates your glutes and hamstrings eccentrically, meaning they lengthen under tension. This keeps them strong and flexible simultaneously. It's the perfect movement pattern for aging. Japanese elders squat multiple times per day, not as exercise, as movement. Start adding it back. Squat to pick things up. Squat while waiting. Squat when you're bored. Your joints will thank you at 70. Movement number 3, walking a lot. Japanese elders walk everywhere, not for cardio, for transportation, to the store, to visit friends, to the train station. The average Japanese person over 65 walks 6,000 to 8,000 steps per day. Americans, 3,000 to 4,000. But it's not just volume, it's consistency. They walk every single day, rain or shine. No rest days. No, I don't feel like it. Walking is non-negotiable. Here's why this matters. Walking maintains bone density. It keeps your cardiovascular system active. It lubricates your joints, and it stimulates your vestibular system, which controls balance. All of this prevents falls, the #1 killer of elderly people. But there's a mental component too. Walking outside exposes you to sunlight, which regulates circadian rhythm and boosts vitamin D. It reduces stress. It keeps your brain engaged with changing environments. Japanese elders don't go to the gym. They don't need to. They walk 8,000 steps daily just living their lives. That's the equivalent of an hour of moderate exercise without ever working out. Stop driving everywhere. Walk to the store. Take the stairs. Make movement automatic, not optional. Movement number 4, Ragyo Taiso, morning calisthenics. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., millions of Japanese elders gather in parks to do Ragyo Taiso, radio calisthenics. It's a series of simple exercises: arm circles, torso twists, leg swings, knee bends, deep breathing. Takes 10 minutes. Looks silly, works incredibly well. Here's why. It mobilizes every major joint in your body first thing in the morning. Your shoulders, spine, hips, knees, and ankles all move through their full range of motion before you start the day. This prevents stiffness from accumulating. Most people wake up tight and stay tight all day. Their body adapts to limited ranges of motion. Over years, this becomes permanent. Raggio Taiso also creates a social routine. You show up at the same time, see the same people, move together. This builds accountability and community, which are both protective factors for longevity. The exercises themselves are low intensity. No one's getting injured, but they're high repetition and multi-directional, which means your nervous system stays sharp at coordinating movement. You don't need a radio broadcast. Just spend 10 minutes every morning doing dynamic stretches. Move every joint. Wake your body up. Do this daily, and you'll move better at 80 than most people do at 50. Movement number 5, gardening and yard work. Japanese elders garden a lot, not as a hobby, as a way of life. Gardening involves squatting, kneeling, reaching, pulling, and lifting. It's full-body movement disguised as a peaceful activity. But here's the key. Gardening is done from the ground. Japanese gardens are low to the ground. You're constantly moving between standing, squatting, and kneeling. This maintains mobility in ways Western gardening doesn't. There's also the weight-bearing component. Digging, carrying soil, pulling weeds, all of this creates resistance. It's not heavy like a barbell, but it's frequent. That frequency builds durable, functional strength. And there's a balance component. Uneven ground, shifting weight, reaching in awkward positions, all of this trains your stabilizer muscles and proprioception. Plus, gardening is low stress. You're outside, you're creating something, your nervous system stays calm. This is the opposite of high-intensity exercise, which can be inflammatory for older bodies. Japanese elders garden into their 80s and 90s. They're moving, lifting, balancing, and squatting without ever calling it exercise. That's the secret. Movement as life, not as a separate activity. Movement number 6, deliberate slowness. Japanese elders move slowly, intentionally, not because they're frail, because they're precise. When they walk, they feel each step. When they sit, they control the descent. When they pick something up, they hinge properly. Every movement is deliberate. This is the opposite of Western culture, where we rush everywhere, collapse in chairs, and yank things off shelves. We move carelessly, and careless movement leads to injury. Here's why slowness matters. When you move slowly, you maintain proprioceptive awareness, your sense of where your body is in space. This keeps your nervous system sharp. You're less likely to trip, stumble, or lose balance. Slow movement also builds eccentric strength. Lowering yourself into a chair slowly is harder than dropping into it. Eccentric contractions are what protect your joints and prevent injury. There's a Japanese concept called Ichigo Ichi-e, one time, one meeting. Every moment is unique. Applied to movement, this means every step, every squat, every reach deserves full attention. Stop rushing. Move with intention. Feel your body working. This single habit will keep you functional far longer than any workout program.